Hello everyone. I'm Mr. Dishwasher. In the last chapter, we told Luffy led his crew on a mission to rescue Sanji, while the rest of the Straw Hats each played their own vital roles. At this point, Sanji has already entered the core territory controlled by Big Mom. He continues to miss his friends dearly and remains unwilling to marry Pudding. He is so disinterested that he pays no mind to even her photographs. Elsewhere at sea, Luffy, having consumed poisonous fish skin due to hunger, is now in critical condition. Fortunately, they encounter Sanji's siblings, Yanji and Reiju. Reiju gently sucks the toxins from Luffy's body with her mouth, thereby saving his life. Afterwards, Yanji and Reiju bid them farewell and take their leave. Meanwhile, underwater, members of the Sun Pirates are secretly keeping watch over the Straw Hat crew. Following this, Beach reveals vital information about Totto Land, a territory ruled by Big Mom. It consists of the main island, Whole Cake Island, and 34 subsidiary islands. Each island has its own unique characteristics, governed by a minister. After a long voyage, the crew finally lands on Cacao Island, where they meet Sanji's fiancée, Pudding. She appears to have a simple and kind demeanor. She promises to reunite Sanji with the group and help them all escape from Totto Land. From Pudding, they learn that Big Mom has 43 husbands and 85 children. The majority of her forces are composed of her own relatives. Given time, Big Mom could even create a new race. On the other side, Big Mom had fallen into a frenzy due to being unable to enjoy her desired treats. In this state, she would wreak havoc and even kill her own children. Fortunately, Jinbe brought sweets to placate her, managing to calm Big Mom's rage. Jinbe then expressed his intention to leave Big Mom's crew, as he had sworn allegiance to Luffy and was willing to risk his life for him. Hearing this enraged Big Mom, who stated she wanted to play the Wheel of Fate game with Jinbe. Different sections of the wheel corresponded to specific punishments. After an inner struggle, Jinbe temporarily gave up his plan. Meanwhile, on Luffy's side, they became separated from Pecoms and split into two groups. Brook and Pedro were tasked with infiltrating Big Mom's lair to copy historical texts. The rest of the group arrived at their destination, Whole Cake Island, where they encountered many objects with souls and someone impersonating Sanji, in truth, a creation of Big Mom's daughter Broly. Broly possessed the Mirror fruit ability, allowing her to mirror anyone. Using this power, Broly caused Luffy and friends to become separated, capturing Carrot and Chopper. Nami, however, met Big Mom's 25th husband Pound, who informed them Big Mom had the Soul fruit power. She could transfer her subjects' souls into objects, creating humanoid homies. The homies greatly feared Nami having Big Mom's Vivre card. At that moment, Cracker, one of Big Mom's 3 sweet commanders, appeared. Seeing him, Pound expressed a wish to meet his 2 daughters, Chiffon, who was married off, and another Luffy had met on Thriller Bark, Lola. Soon, Luffy and Cracker engaged in battle. With a bounty as high as 860 million berries, Cracker wields the formidable Biscuit fruit ability. Its defenses are even stronger than Iron Body, able to produce unlimited biscuits. Even Luffy's 4th gear was helpless against the endless biscuit armors. Soon, he exhausted 4th gear's time limit, experiencing full body weakness as a side effect. At a critical moment, Nami used the Vivre card gifted by Lola, temporarily enslaving homies to free Luffy. She then softened the biscuits with rain, weakening their armor. With Nami's aid, Luffy finally overcame 4th gear's side effects. He consumed all of Cracker's summoned biscuits and transformed into Tankman 4th gear. His subsequent belly full impact sent Cracker flying into Cake City. Elsewhere, Big Mom demanded Caesar complete his giantification research within 2 weeks. But Caesar knew he couldn't and planned to escape her clutches. Meanwhile, Germa 66 arrived at Cake Island. Germa is a seafaring nation formed by dozens of enormous battleships. Unexpectedly, Sanji has an extremely strained relationship with his family. He even dueled his younger brother Yanji and father Judge. Though Sanji defeated Yanji, he lost to his father. It turns out Sanji's father Judge worked with Vegapunk as a scientist. Using lineage factors, he created a massive Germa clone army. Sanji has 3 modified brothers, Ichiji, Niji, and Yanji, who enjoyed tormenting him. Even Judge saw Sanji as a lifelong disgrace. As a result, Sanji never felt affection from his father or brothers. Only his mother and Reiju cared for him. However, his mother passed away, and Reiju had to take care of herself, so she couldn't pay too much attention to Sanji. Ultimately, Reiju secretly released Sanji, allowing him to leave Germa and survive alone. Returning to the present, Sanji accompanied the group to meet Big Mom. Along the way, Luffy coincidentally crossed paths with Sanji's convoy. Overjoyed, he approached, eager to retrieve his crewmate. However, unexpectedly, Sanji began attacking Luffy and knocked him down. Sanji stated he wouldn't return to the Straw Hats, then immediately left without finishing his sentence. Seeing Sanji's callousness, Luffy stubbornly shouted, "Mate! Sanji! 嘘つくんじゃねえよ! こんなもんで俺を追い払えると思ってんのか! 旅はまだ途中だぞ! お前が戻ってこねえなら俺はここで餓死してやる! 俺はお前の作った飯しか食わねえ!" "お前がいねえと俺は海賊王になれねえ!" Afterward, Sanji met with Big Mom and his fiancée Pudding. He received Pudding's gentle comfort and agreed to marry her in exchange for the Straw Hat's safety. Meanwhile, Luffy and Nami encountered Big Mom's children in the same location. They took a beating and were captured to the book world. At the same time, Carrot and Chopper caused chaos in the Mirror world. There, they succeeded in capturing Broly. With her captive, Chopper could freely enter and exit the outside world through mirrors. Elsewhere, Brook and Pedro infiltrated Big Mom's castle seeking the road poneglyph. But just after Brook copied the poneglyphs, Big Mom appeared and captured him for her collection. Pedro confronted Baron Tamago, and the two had a considerable grudge. Tamago's eye was blinded by Pedro during a past infiltration 5 years prior. For revenge, Big Mom took 50 years of Pedro's lifespan, and Pedro's left eye was also blinded at that time. Back in the present, Pedro triggered a bomb during battle. Amidst the chaos, Chopper used the Mirror World to rescue him. On Luffy's side, Pudding arrived and sinisterly revealed her true intentions, to kill Sanji at the wedding, and Big Mom will eliminated the Vinsmokes and seized their technology. Pudding had only pretended to be innocent, and the previous agreement was a trap all along. However, after Pudding left, Jinbe arrived at the cell and rescued Luffy. Meanwhile, Sanji unexpectedly saw Pudding holding Reiju captive, exposing her villainy and Big Mom's conspiracy. Using her Memo fruit powers, Pudding had altered Reiju's memories. After Pudding's departure, Sanji told Reiju the truth, but she disregarded her safety and urged him to escape quickly. At that moment, Reiju's words reminded Sanji of his crewmates. He went to where Luffy had been beaten earlier and found him there. Due to fighting and hunger, Luffy was unrecognizable. In response, Sanji offered the food he had prepared. 途中落としたし、潰れたし、雨にも濡れた。ひどい出来損ないだろう。Watching Luffy devour his dish moved Sanji beyond words. Yet he still couldn't return, having not only hurt Luffy but also worrying for Zeph and his family. Hearing this, Luffy remained silent. Finally, Sanji could no longer contain his emotions. He recalled the moments he shared with his companions and broke down, kneeling on the ground, with a mixture of rain and tears, making it hard to distinguish what is rain and what is tears. 式が始まった。もう俺一人じゃ助けたいと考えてる。だって、それがお前だろ。俺たちがいる。 Luffy forgave Sanji, mending their disagreement. Meanwhile, Chopper found Nami and Jinbe. Together they rescued Brook, sleeping near Big Mom. Using mirror shards, they contacted Luffy. Jinbe revealed Beej had already betrayed Big Mom, as he'd previously betrayed a mafia boss too. Joining her crew was a plot to kill her. The group then met with Beej to discuss cooperating. Interestingly, Beej's wife was Lola's sister Chiffon. She revealed the abuse of herself and Lola under Big Mom. Lola had fled to avoid marrying the giant prince. Consequently, Big Mom abandoned her efforts to ally with the giant tribe and began researching giantification. Beej also rescued Caesar and revealed Big Mom's weakness. Turns out, she had an incredibly tough body that was nearly invulnerable under normal circumstances, except when a photo of a nun was shattered, which caused her to go berserk. Beej's plan involved Luffy shattering the photo during the wedding, allowing Beej to assassinate Big Mom with Caesar's weapon. They would then escape via the mirror world, making names for themselves. The next day, the wedding attracted underworld big shots. Big Mom's second son Katakuri also attended, one of the sweet commanders with a billion-plus bounty. His Kenbunchaku haki even allowed him to glimpse into the immediate future. Apart from Katakuri, Big Mom's key forces gathered, including her eldest son Perispero, third son Daifuku, fourth son Oven, and sweet commander Smoothie. Just soon, the wedding was starting. At this moment, Pudding prepared to assassinate Sanji. However, Sanji genuinely praised Pudding's beauty, with her 3 eyes being especially captivating. It turns out that Pudding had been bullied due to her 3 eyes since childhood. To protect herself from harm, she had disguised herself as the wicked Pudding. Sanji's kindness moved her, leading her to abandon the assassination. Seizing this chance, Luffy tried destroying the nun photo with his shadow clone technique. But Katakuri, foreseeing the future, intervened to stop him. Jinbe then rescued Luffy and reaffirmed his intention to leave Big Mom pirate, which left Big Mom in a state of exasperation. She wanted to take the soul of Jinbe. However, Jinbe remained completely unfazed. Big Mom's powers require her opponent's fear, yet Jinbe had no fear of her.
未来の海賊王のクルーになろうちゅう男が四皇ごときに臆しておられるか。杯は返上する。これにてビッグマム海賊団をやめさせてもらう。
Amidst these events, Big Mom was consumed by rage and engaged in fierce battle with Jinbe. Amid the chaos, Brook quietly shattered a photograph of a nun. Consequently, Big Mom fell into a state of stupor and began reminiscing about the past. A century ago, Sister Carmel had established the Sheep's House Orphanage, sheltering children of different races, including a young Big Mom. In truth, Sister Carmel clandestinely collaborated with the Navy, trafficking children with potential. Having taken interest in Big Mom's potential, she prepared a celebratory gathering with plans to hand her over to the Navy afterward. During the celebration, a tearful Big Mom devoured numerous caramel cream puffs, her tears blurring her vision. However, once she finished, she realized that the people around her had disappeared, leaving her with the Soul fruit, a devil fruit unique to Sister Carmel. In the present, facing the shattered nun photo, Big Mom descended into madness. Seizing this chance, Beej immediately attacked, aiming to assassinate Big Mom. Unexpectedly, her screams disrupted his launched weapons. Seeing the plan fail, Beej and company began fleeing. However, her screams shattered their escape mirrors, and the Vinsmokes fell under control of Big Mom's children. The situation suddenly turned dire for all. Judge saw his new world aspirations crumble and even cried out in despair. Ironically, his 3 modified sons remained calm despite the crisis, showing no fear. Suddenly, Sanji intervened, demolishing the candy trap and rescuing them. The group then took refuge inside Beej's fortress to escape. However, Big Mom's tears morphed into rage. Her attacks rendered the fortress defenseless, and Beej fell to the ground. At that critical juncture, the Vinsmoke family volunteered to distract Big Mom. Luffy then transformed into Gear 4th, joining to confront the Yonko together. They both threw punches in a fierce exchange, but the Yonko's power was unmatched. No one stood a chance. With just one clash, Luffy was defeated, and it seemed like they were about to be overwhelmed. Right then, the King of Loans, Dufeld, accidentally knocked off the Tamate box from Fishman Island. As a result, the bomb inside the box detonated, toppling the giant cake and causing a seismic disturbance. Seizing this momentary distraction, the group scattered in different directions to flee. Destroying her desired cake drove Big Mom mad once more. However, guided by her children, she redirected her focus towards Luffy. Big Mom then caught up to them riding Zeus, the crisis looming again. Fortunately, Nami used weather eggs to lure Zeus, delaying the pursuit. The lightning-infused weather eggs strongly appealed to Zeus, even making him forget Big Mom to willingly serve Nami instead. Nami then used Zeus's power to attack Big Mom, providing an opportunity for everyone to escape to the Sunny. During their getaway, Pudding and Chiffon caught up, wanting Sanji's help to bake a new cake and pacify Big Mom. After twists and turns, they finally reached the Sunny, already immobilized by Perospero and Katakuri's candy. With enemies ahead and behind, Luffy was trapped. At the crucial moment, Pedro, wanting to repay Luffy for his kindness, chose to sacrifice himself by detonating a bomb. When he was young, Pedro had met Roger and was told that everyone would have their own defining moment. Now, this was Pedro's moment. With a resounding crash, the Sunny regained freedom, using Kuda Burst to evade pursuit. Concurrently, Luffy brought Katakuri to the mirror world. To halt his chase, Luffy shattered the return mirror. In this pivotal moment, Luffy and Nami agreed to reunite on Cacao Island in 10 hours. After concluding their talk, Luffy plunged into a life-or-death battle with Katakuri, both unwavering. Katakuri outclassed Luffy completely, not to mention his future-seeing Kenbunchaku haki. Utterly defenseless against a superior foe, Luffy seemed destined for defeat. Meanwhile on Cacao Island, Sanji prepared the cake embryo when Big Mom's fourth son Oven appeared, capturing Chiffon. Seeing this, Beach personally intervened to rescue his wife, while Pound, risking himself, confronted Oven. Long ago, Big Mom had deprived Pound of seeing his daughter. Now he could finally be a father and shelter her. Ultimately, Pound sacrificed himself for Beach and Chiffon's safety. Later aboard Beach's ship, Sanji completed the cake. They hastily embarked to meet Nami. Meanwhile, Big Mom summoned a massive wave to chase the Sunny again. However, Jinbe expertly navigated the assaults, and Carrot assumed her powerful Sulong form under the full moon, obliterating many pursuers. Still, danger remained. As Carrot reverted, Big Mom astonishingly leaped onto the Sunny. Just in time, Jinbe landed a mighty blow to repel her. At the same time, Brook expressed his desire to catch a glimpse of Big Mom's undergarments and used his 3-verse humming attack to injure Zeus. Continuing, Nami again fed Zeus weather eggs, summoning potent lightning to deter Big Mom. Furthermore, Nami's purity captivated Zeus, making him her ally. Soon after, Beej, Sanji, and the others arrived. To assist the Straw Hat crew, Beej took the cake and lured Big Mom away on his own, while Sanji's group headed to Cacao Island to meet Luffy. In a poignant farewell, Sanji and Pudding embraced, but she erased his memories of her using her devil fruit power. Then she quietly wept in a corner, bearing the weight of endless sorrow. Meanwhile, Luffy continued his intense battle with Katakuri. He was startled to see Katakuri's mouth split open like a fish's, revealing a flaw in the seemingly perfect image. The exposure prompted a relentless assault from Katakuri. To everyone's surprise, Luffy grew stronger during the fight, even utilizing haki to briefly foresee the future to match Katakuri. Soon, Luffy activated 4th gear, finally equaling Katakuri's might. Luffy's talent and determination earned Katakuri's admiration, yet his ferocious counterattacks kept Luffy struggling, resulting in a deadlock. Amidst the fight, Luffy experienced 4th gear side effects and briefly escaped via Broly's mirror. But to overcome Katakuri, he returned for another confrontation. This was a foe Luffy yearned to surpass, someone he was ready to give his all against. Their epic battle reignited, Rubber vs. Machi, not just a contest of speed and power, but of 3 types of haki. Despite repeated knockdowns, Luffy continued to rise each time. Eventually, mutual respect blossomed between them. However, Katakuri's sister Flamp attacked Luffy from hiding, causing him to become distracted and injured. After enduring heavy blows, Katakuri realized what happened. In a twist, seeking a fair fight, Katakuri wounded himself too, scolding Flamp for interfering. Afterward, Luffy and Katakuri engaged in another intense battle, exchanging blows without yielding an inch. Luffy unleashed Snakeman, reaching speeds challenging even for Katakuri to counter. Luffy not only displayed the resolve of a captain but also staked his claim on the title of Pirate King. He was determined to surpass his opponent, even if the adversary was exceptionally formidable.
King Cobra!
Finally, Luffy defeated Katakuri, sending him crashing down. Luffy then placed a hat over Katakuri's mouth. Although they belonged to different factions, they bonded like close friends, understanding each other without words. Luffy then met Peacom's and together they left the Mirror World, reuniting with Sanji's aid. With Peacom's and Germa's protection, Luffy and Sanji escaped to the Sunigo. Meanwhile, Niji had secretly given Sanji their combat suit. On the other side, Katakuri met with his sister Broly, and their relationship was incredibly strong. In the past, Katakuri hadn't cared about his disfigured mouth, but to prevent his sister from being bullied because of it, he concealed it and created a perfect image. Now, the siblings could see each other's intentions, communicating without words. With Big Mom, she had finished all the cakes, and her sanity was restored. However, Big Mom's children continued their pursuit of the Straw Hat crew. Suddenly, the Sun Pirates appeared, intercepting the pursuers. They were seeing off Jinbe and paving the way for his new journey. Seeing this, Jinbe decided to fight alongside his former crewmates and protect Luffy's withdrawal. At this moment, Luffy entrusted Jinbe, telling him to meet in Wano, emphasizing the deep trust in his words. Under the Fishmen's protection, the Straw Hats departed Whole Cake Island, sailing for Wano and their reunion with Zoro's group. They would face the Yonko Kaido, ushering in a new adventure. This concludes the Whole Cake Island arc, Luffy's first confrontation with a Yonko. Their immense power still exceeds the Straw Hats, but Luffy's growth against Cracker and Katakuri provides insight into the crew's strength. With Sanji's return, Jinbe joining, Luffy's growth, Pudding's love, and more, this arc has left a lasting impact. The Straw Hats will reunite in Wano for the highly anticipated challenge against Kaido. As for what lies ahead, we will discuss in the next installment. Thank you all, goodbye.